Rahim. Dear students, today is our last class in the carbonyl chemistry, and that is another important reaction called as Mannich reaction. Now, Mannich reaction में क्या होता है? It's basically a three-component reaction. What do you mean by three-component reaction? Normally, अभी तक जितने भी आपने reaction पढ़ी, you see only that two compounds they react to form some product. But यहाँ पे you will see three compounds. They are reacting to form the product. Look at here. This is your amine compound. Then this is your formaldehyde. Let me just take the pointer out. So this is your amine compound. This is formaldehyde. And then this is your carbonyl compound. Carbonyl, which contains alpha carbon, and then on that alpha carbon we have hydrogen atoms present. So that means we need a carbonyl compound which possesses acidic hydrogen. So these are the three reactants or three components. So what they will combine together to form this product. So this product we can name, this is alpha carbon next to functional group. This is your beta carbon. And then this is your amine. So amine is attached to beta carbon, so we say it's a beta aminocarbonyl compound in nutshell. So Mannich reaction is a three-component reaction where an amine, formaldehyde, and then a carbonyl compound with alpha hydrogen atoms, they combine together to form beta aminocarbonyl compounds. To understand this, to see the mechanism, and let's move to the next slide. Okay, let's read the definition. Mannich reaction involves condensation of a non-enolizable aldehyde, a primary or a secondary amine, and an enolizable carbonyl compound. Now what is this non-enolizable aldehyde? This means formaldehyde, remember this. Since formaldehyde doesn't contain any alpha carbon, so this is your non-enolizable aldehyde. अब यहाँ पे definition में लिख सकते हैं, instead of this non-enolizable, you can write down straightforward at your level, it's formaldehyde. So this is a condensation reaction between formaldehyde, a primary or a secondary amine, and an enolizable carbon compound. That means a compound with an alpha hydrogen. Okay? So what it does, it results in the formation of beta aminocarbonyl compound. ये जो beta aminocarbonyl compound है, its name in the organic chemistry is Mannich base. It's a base since its nitrogen is present there. It has a lone pair, it can act as a base, Lewis base. So it's called as the Mannich base. So Mannich reaction is a three-component reaction, simply condensation of formaldehyde, condensation of primary or secondary alcohol, number 2, and number 3, with condensation with a carbonyl compound which possesses alpha hydrogen, or we should say an enolizable carbonyl compound to form beta aminocarbonyl compounds or to form a Mannich base. So this was the definition. Let's go to the mechanism. Mechanism में हमारे पास there are two steps. Step 1, formation of iminium salt. Remember this, iminium salt stands with I, iminium. Whenever you have a compound which possesses C double bond N, and then we have a plus charge on this N, now such compounds we call them imines or iminium compounds. So the first step, we have to form the iminium salt. कैसे बनेगा ये? By the reaction of formaldehyde and amine. यानी यहाँ पे जो आपने दो compounds लिए, this amine compound and formaldehyde, they will react in the step number 1, these two. So let's see. This is your formaldehyde. This is your so formaldehyde takes a proton. We have a lone pair here. It takes a proton from the medium. it forms OH plus. अब ऑक्सीजन पे प्लस चार्ज है, so it's not stable, so this bond moves towards oxygen. So result is that कि इस कार्बन पे बन जाएगा प्लस चार्ज. Now the amine has a lone pair, so that will attack here. So what will happen? We have this carbon OH, and then two hydrogen, and then this nitrogen which is plus charge. Okay. Now nitrogen now has a plus charge. It's highly electronegative. It's not stable in that plus condition. So then it will do is will remove this proton to stabilize. The result is that you have this compound. Now ये जो compound है, it possesses OH group, so this will take a proton from the medium to form यहाँ पे OH2 plus. And OH2 plus में oxygen में plus charge है, so a general rule, highly electronegative element or an atom with a plus charge is not stable. So to stabilize that, so it will remove this bond. So this carbon will get plus charge. उस कार्बन को स्टेबल करने के लिए we have lone pair on the nitrogen, and that comes here. So you have this compound formed C double bond N plus bond. देखिए यहाँ पे C double bond N. This is called as the iminium salt or iminium compound. So this was the step number 1. So in as far as the mechanism of Mannich reaction is concerned, the step number 1 is the formation of iminium salt by the reaction of formaldehyde and amine. Now let's move to the step number 2. Step number 2. Attack of enolate anion with this iminium salt. यानी ऊपर जो iminium salt है, इस पे क्या करेगा? ये जो तीसरा हमारा कंपाउंड है, enolizable compound. Enolizable compound इसे क्यों कहते हैं? We have already discussed this before. This is alpha carbon. It possesses hydrogen atoms. This is your carbonyl compound. Now this is one alpha hydrogen, so what it does, it can form enol, negative charge in this oxygen, and this will move to this position. You have O negative will take a proton to form OH. This is called enol form. So that's why the hydrogen, this compound is called enolizable. So any carbonyl compound which has alpha protons, that's at the alpha carbon you have the hydrogen atoms, so they can form the enol. They're called enolizable carbon compound. तो हमारे पास जो carbon compound है, that enolizable or that enolate anion, this is called enolate anion. If you remove this H to form negative, this is called enolate anion. So that enolate anion, that will react with this iminium salt. देखते हैं, पहले यहाँ से बनेगा enolate anion. कैसे बनेगा? This will take a proton from the medium, oxygen plus charge, so this bond will move, this will get plus charge, so this hydrogen atom will move. So this is what I was talking about, enol, जो हमने यहाँ पे बनाया था. अब इसका enol बन गया हमें. Now this enol will react with the iminium salt. This one, देखिए यहाँ पे, this is your iminium salt, this is your enol. कैसे react करेगा? This ये जो enol बन गया था, that lone pair will come here. This bond will attack this carbon. अब इस कार्बन पे कैसे प्लस चार्ज होता है क्रिएट? व्हेन दिस मूव्स टुवर्ड्स द नाइट्रोजन बिकॉज इट इज अ प्लस चार्ज. ठीक है, तो रिजल्ट क्या बनेगा? वी हैव दिस कंपाउंड एंड देन दिस इज द बॉन्ड, न्यू बॉन्ड फॉर्मड. यहाँ पे ऑक्सीजन पे प्लस चार्ज है, सीधी सी बात है, इट्स नॉट स्टेबल, सो इट विल रिमूव द प्रोटॉन फ्रॉम दिस OH बॉन्ड. Remove the proton from this OH bond. So that's why H plus is released. So this is our Mannich base. So this, if you want to just correlate this, you have, this is your amine portion, then this is your CH2 from formaldehyde portion second, and this is your carbonyl compound. अब ऊपर भी देख सकते हैं. So this is your Mannich base or beta carbonyl, beta amino carbonyl. So this is your Mannich base. So this is all about the mechanism of your Mannich base. It occurs in two steps. Step number 1, formation of iminium salt by the reaction of formaldehyde and amine, number 1. और दूसरे स्टेप में वो जो imine ऊपर बन गया, that reacts with the third component, which is our carbonyl compound. That carbonyl compound, since it possesses alpha hydrogen, so that can be called as enolate also. Okay? So this is how you form the Mannich base. So this was all about our today's class. So if you want to further study this, you have the PDF note attached. Link is there in the description, so download that and use that. Still, if you have the question, you can ask it anytime. You're free to ask. So this is all about our today's class. Thank you.